Welcome to another episode of Cwt TV. Get to know your hosts, Peter and Helen Yeaple, as they are the New York State chapter coordinators of the Human Solution International, where we believe no one should go to jail for a plan. Peter and Helen are ministers, living the changes they wish to see in the world. Peter is a patient that learned the science behind the cannabis plant as he healed. Helen supported and cared for him by learning the medicinal values of foods, and now their allegiance is to the plant. Currently, they teach. They spread the knowledge that they've acquired through all social media, radio, and now through TV. So sit back and learn how to simplify and live a canna lifestyle.
Welcome to another episode of Cwt Talk, where we live the changes we like to see in the world.
That's right, everybody. Each week we try to entertain you guys and we try to educate you a bit to teach you how to live a canna lifestyle, to have a healthy mind, body, and spirit. I'll tell you what, we got some good guests tonight. We got two good guests tonight.
Yes, we do.
We got Tom Dente coming in. Tom's a sustainable farmer, and we really appreciate the things he does. He's a real knowledgeable guy, and with the upcoming grow season, about to happen, and spring around the corner, we couldn't think of a better person to have on than a farmer at this point in time.
Yeah.
And then one of your favorite people.
My sister-in-law.
She's here.
She's definitely one of my favorite people.
Yeah, she does Party Light Candles, and she's going to be on discussing her business. Her and my mother got involved in Party Light, and we're going to let them, let her
The place
present
is smelling great, I could tell you that.
Yeah, it looks pretty too. It looks pretty. We'll show you some of that stuff a little bit later on.
Yep.
Well, hey, it's been a pretty busy week.
It's always a busy week. It's always a busy week.
Yeah, it is. And listen, the good thing about this week is a lot of our entities that we represent are actually bolstering now. Things are happening amongst
things are
all
flourishing
of the things,
and fast.
But with our Human Solution, especially international, we being invited to speak at a lot of engagements and speak on the behalf of prisoners that are literally in jail for 3, 4, 5, sometimes 10 times longer than people that molest children or people that really truly break a law.
It's so illogical. I just don't understand. It just brings me back to the blog that you and I did today, and my blog personally, and how things need to change, and how we need to scream about things that need to change. It's things like that. These illogical laws that we have people. I mean, come on, people. We have pedophiles that are going out of court with no time.
Right.
And we have people in prison for life for a plan. What the is going on?
Yeah, it's
what's going on?
It in no way, shape, or form makes any sense.
It's got to stop, and it's got to change, and we just have to stop talking about it and doing it. Everybody, every single human being has to start making changes.
Well, the problem being
there's
a lot
just
of
not
the
going to
time
be any
is
changes.
that we just can't. We just have to always be looking at everybody else's backyard. Why don't we just leave everybody alone? What goes on in your home is your business. It's your business. If you choose to treat with cannabis, you choose to treat with cannabis. You choose to shove opiates in your face, you choose to shove opiates in your face. But nobody should be in your back door. And if because you are a cannabis card-holding user makes you a criminal to the point where you can't carry a handgun, which is a constitutional right, come on now.
There's so many
How does that make you a
injustices.
criminal? People have opiate prescriptions in their pocket. People are raging alcoholics. People have criminal records of violence and abuse, and it doesn't stop them from possessing a firearm. But if you take the steps to become even a legal cannabis user, you can't, because you automatically become a criminal.
Yep.
Well, how do you automatically become a criminal just because you choose to treat in a fashion that's, first of all, is less dangerous? I mean, less dangerous.
Exactly.
You're not going to do anything neurotic or psychotic.
That's the purpose of the card, though. People seem to think that, I got my medical marijuana card, like it's a new hat they're going to wear.
Or something.
They don't understand that this is a way for them to track you.
Well, not only is it a way
yes,
for them to track you.
Well,
but,
to
right.
track you, yeah, it is,
Right.
though.
But not
But
only
that's
a
not
way,
only understood.
Right. But for them to use that against you is my point.
Right.
You know,
Well,
so we're fighting for guys that.
What's the first thing that they look at when they're giving these people their cards? Well, are they already a gun licensed gun carrier?
Well, if they, because it'll show up.
That's the
It's
first thing they're
still a
probably looking at? Oh,
cross-reference.
well, guess what? This one's a licensed gun carrier. Let's send this one over here.
It cross references.
Of course it does.
But the fact of the matter is that the card itself is detrimental. It's detrimental, period. What good does it really do you? People say, oh, well, it keeps me out of jail.
It doesn't
How does
do
it
you any
keep
good. It
you
does
out of
them a
jail?
whole lot of good.
Do you want to know how many people I know in jail that are serving, 25 plus years that were card-holding, legal-abiding citizens according to what they thought? Please, this whole system is a trap, and until we end prohibition, until we understand and realize that cannabis, potato, tomato, grass, pine tree, they're all just plants. It's not magical. It's not mystical. It's not a miracle. It isn't any way, shape, or form any of those things.
It just does what it was put here to do.
Well, right. It just aids us
That's right.
in ways when we lack. It is the most nutritious plant that you can consume. And again, folks, without any psychotropic effect. Raw cannabis has zero psychotropic effect. The THCA has not converted to THC. You can't get high, but you get every benefit from every cannabinoid within that plant with every bite you take. So you can't get any.
And that's
different
key.
of
Well, that's the best way to ingest is to put it in your salad, eat it raw.
You're getting off subject a little bit. But listen, so we've been asked to talk at a lot of these things, and it's defending people like this that now that they've caught a cannabis charge, even though they were a licensed gun holder at one time, like Helen's mentioning, now that they're a licensed card holder, the police come in, and when they find the cannabis,
by the way,
right, and by the way, you got a gun. So now every charge they take, for every charge that they take for their cannabis charge, because they always get you a distribution. They always
yeah,
get
but
you a
why don't they do it the other way? And again, this just proves our point that everything is about money. Why, when you apply for your card, isn't the first question asked, are you a licensed gun carrier?
Yes, but
so that would
lie.
wait a minute. So that might disqualify you for
Right,
it. But
so
yes,
why
that's
would
just
people-
plain stupidity then, because people know as soon as they fill that out, they're going to find out.
I get it, but people still have that fact and right in their head. It's like, why the hell do they
Well,
have
let's
to
wake
know?
up.
Screw them. Listen, we just need to change the laws, guys. But
Yeah,
the point
big
being
time.
is, what I was trying to make is that when you've got a cannabis charge, now you've got distribution, transportation, trafficking, intent to
Let's
sell.
see what else we could throw in there.
Intent to sell. Now you've got distribution with a gun charge. This with a gun charge. There's a gun charge on each individual one of those charges. So now your sentencing is magnified by bazillions.
Because they're going to get something to stick.
Because, right. And the more time they can give them, the more money that they're worth to the system.
Bastards.
So we fight against this stuff. And people have to understand, when there's no victim, there's no crime. There is zero victim
Well, we
in a
need to
cannabis
start
crime.
holding these politicians to their word. Cuomo, for instance, he spoke decriminalization the whole time. Not the whole time, towards the end.
Once it was mentioned by Larry Sharp.
Exactly. But he went to decriminalization. Well, he's in office. We need to be at his door.
Yeah, I know, but the fact of the matter is he doesn't like people at his door. He's
I don't
one of
give a
those
shit.
terrible people that doesn't allow
We're
visitors.
coming.
But anyway, listen. Forget the dwarf and the elf that he is. All I have to
He
say
needs
is,
to. They
is that
need to
us
be held
as
accountable.
people have to take control more of our own existence, people.
Yes.
We can feed ourselves and keep ourselves sheltered, and we can do all these things really, truly much without a lot of assistance except for other families. And we'll talk about sustainable living in a little while too, because sustainable living is an incredible solution to a lot of what the world's problems are.
That's right.
But like I said, we'll get into that in a little bit. And all right, so what else this week? This week we booked Larry Sharp for our show.
February 18th. We'll be
here in
taping
studio.
that. Yep.
So if you want free tickets, please go to.
You can either go to the website and there is a link, and that link is going to take you to a Gmail. And in that Gmail, you're just basically going to compose an email and implement your information, which would be your name, the date that you want to come to. You can come in any Monday. Doesn't have to be just Larry Sharp Show. We would love as many people here for that as possible. Any Monday. You come between the hours of 6 and 9. And you can be here for the taping of the show,
yeah,
which is a whole lot of fun.
It's great to have
so
people
you can
here.
go that route, go on the website, which is CanWeTalk420.com, or you can simply just email me the info that I just stated to free tickets CWT42 small o TV@gmail.com, and that'll be displayed on the bottom of the TV screen.
Because of our brilliant
editor.
She does a great job. Thank
Love
you,
you,
Elise. That's great. So, all right, so we had all that go on. We had just heard before we came on the show that I'm just going to mention this because I haven't had time to really read about it, but Pennsylvania, I guess, is going to have home grows now. Or
Yes.
Yeah, so you can have 3 mature,
21.
3,
21 and older, 6 plants, 3 mature, which we need to find out what that
What's the
means.
definition of mature, right? Because that makes a big difference.
Well, our guest today, that's where he comes from, is Pennsylvania. You know, that's where he's a farmer.
I know, but the legality of what the
Right.
laws are written, I don't know if I know. But then again, we got the next thing, too, that I wanted to touch a little bit about today was the World Health Organization rescheduled THC.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
From a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 4.
Let's
from a
talk
Schedule
about
4
that.
to a Schedule 1, which is fantastic because the WHO works backwards from our system. Don't think because it moved to a 1, it's in a worse spot. No. It jumped 4 spots down. So because they said if we're okay now worldwide with hemp, there are trace amounts of THC.
That's right.
So if we're okay with trace amounts of THC, who could truly regulate each THC batch of everything? So I guess you're okay with THC, so we are, which is a beautiful step forward.
It is.
It's a great accomplishment because now we've taken THC and CBD and put them back on the same plane, but a better plane. So that's a good
It's
thing.
a necessary
But
cannabinoid.
The reason why they mentioned it was because they said that 55% of all of humanity, Americans in general, they were talking about during this study, take 5 prescription pills a day.
Oh, yeah.
At least.
Oh, yeah.
5 prescription. 55% of us take 5 prescription pills a day.
1
Why?
out of every 6 children are on pharmaceuticals.
1
out of every 6
children, and we're talking.
And now,
like single
1 out of
digit
every
children.
6, right? Under the age of 6, 6 and under. This
Yeah.
was, but 1 out of every 6 kids. And now look at all the school shootings that we've had, and we all know that there's one link, and that's medication between all those shooters.
Right. It's the only.
So there's a common denominator that needs to be dealt with.
Right.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know either, but whatever. We just had a rumble in the jungle, but that's okay. Listen, and then on top of that, they said 27% take 10 or more. So 1 out of every 4 people walking down the street takes more than 10 or more prescriptions.
And that was my point with my blog earlier today. And I had specifically stated that there are 3/4 of us that I call sleepers. I refer to these people as sleepers. And I can do that. You know why? Because I was one. So I don't care whose feelings I hurt. Suck it up. Sorry. I lost myself.
I'm glad I found you.
Between the hair and Tom laughing in there, I'm like, all right,
let's hear it for Helen. No, I'm only kidding, babe. Listen, you were making some great points about kids and medication and stuff, and I really appreciate it. And
yeah, so where was I, Pete?
I
I can go back to that because it was kind of poignant.
I know,
Don't blow me off.
I'm not. I heard and hair was flying and smacking microphones, and I took care of that and lost you. I couldn't remember what I was saying before.
Well, that is
Hey,
normal.
listen, I think you were done anyway.
No,
really,
I wasn't.
No?
I so wasn't.
Hey, listen. listen, if you know what Helen was talking about, write into www.canwetalk420, and we will let you be the winner of our next prize of Helen's memory game. Hey,
It was
listen.
about my blog.
Yeah, you were talking
That's
about your
what it
blog.
was.
See
It
that?
was
You
about-
blogged today. She blogged today, I blogged today. It was a blogging kind of day. But what was your blog about? You don't remember? You said that about children in your blog and this, that, and the other thing, and 10
All right,
medications
never
per
mind.
people.
Just go on, Peter, because I'm going to punch you off that chair in like 5
Oh my
minutes.
gosh, I'm trying to help you here. Anyway. Live TV, you gotta love it. Actually.
15. Don't make me pee. Stop. Oh my God.
I'm trying not to hurt his ears by laughing loud. Oh man, my eyes are crying.
Now I'm crying.
So am I.
Well, it's better than peeing.
Yeah, pee out your eyes. Oh gosh. Hey, listen, I promise you all we were keeping every bit of this in here because this is just too good to lose.
Shit.
Anyway, back on a serious note.
Yes.
We had a lot of great
Oh,
stuff.
that's what I was talking about.
Forget it, the contest is over.
And it's so poignant. It was talking about people that were sleeping, walking around sleeping. Nobody's paying attention to anything anymore.
Not even you're talking about it.
Oh my God. That's what it
Oh my
was.
God,
though.
Helen, you're killing me, man. Will you stop it? Jesus
That's what it
Christmas.
was. Holy shit.
My sister's in the
Oh,
middle
that
like
was
nobody's
so
in the room.
good. That belly laugh felt good.
Oh, well. Hey, listen. We live the change we wish to see in the world every day.
Hell yeah.
That's a lot to do with laughter and positivity,
That
too.
was
you know?
awesome.
Oh, God, it was. It was great. But really, we made some great, we had some, oh, I know another thing that's great to talk about.
What?
What are we doing tomorrow?
What is tomorrow?
Tuesday.
Oh, radio show.
Yeah, our radio
That's
show.
what we're doing. We're bringing Cwt Talk 420 radio back.
Yep.
So Blog Talk Radio.
Fourth season, first episode,
yeah.
fourth season. Yeah.
And it's going to be great. I miss it. I miss the interaction with the people.
Yeah, well,
because
we're tomorrow night. We'll have a lot of the regulars
It'll-
on. Glenn Keeling will call in. You know,
Yep.
he'll update us on him
I
and
want to go
Peggy's
live
case.
from YouTube and from Facebook.
I don't know. Listen about all that. We'll figure that out tomorrow. That has to do with cameras and phones and such, and I ain't got time for it. Hey, listen, we're honest if nothing else, Helen and I. We're glad to be back on the radio, though.
Yes,
Really, we really
very
are. It's really needed right now, too, because things get
Because we need
quiet
to be
after.
loud.
Listen, what you have to remember is when we have these off election years, people get quiet about the issues, you know, and we all kind of take a nap. But this is the time to get louder,
That's
guys.
right.
We've got like the Human Solution International. We never stop. It's every week, twice a week meetings on the phone. You know, we all have our own lives. We're all volunteer-based organization, but we don't stop. We never stop. And when things get slow, we try to bolster it. You know, and we try to keep things fired up.
That's
you know,
for sure.
Joe Grumbine's Cup of Joe. You know, Willow Creek Springs, and line of medication. I mean,
Which a store of Willow Creek Springs is going up here on the East Coast in Philadelphia in February, and we're going to be there for the opening of that. So that'll be great.
and Joe, we'll see Joe during that trip.
Yes, we will.
We'll see Joe during that trip. Gosh, Joe, Larry, that's going to be a pretty good week.
It
see
is
some
gonna be
really
a good
nice
week.
people that week. But hey, listen, guys, we're going to take a quick break.
Yep.
When we come back, we'll have Tom Dente on and do an interview with him real quick. We'll learn about a little bit about sustainable farming and such. And then
Listen up to that segment because it's something we all need to learn. There's so many of us that are just doing it so wrong, and he can teach you how to do it right. And hopefully we can maybe even help him out with getting a show.
Awesome.
Teaching that.
All right, so we'll be right back. We'll talk to you guys in just a bit.
Welcome back, everybody. We have Tom Dente here with us. Thank you for joining us again.
Thanks, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we did have
fun.
Tom on the
Yeah.
show once before. Him and his band came
Yeah.
out and played, and we interviewed him then too.
Yeah, we had a good time. Power.
Yeah, yeah,
It was a blast.
absolutely, it was. And
Yeah.
we're glad to have him back, and they will be back. They promised us this rock opera, and I'm gonna hold it to them.
And we're holding him to it.
We're working on it, man. It's been,
Hey, when it's
we're
done, it's
rehearsing.
done.
Tomorrow
Let
we're
us know when
rehearsing.
it's done.
Tomorrow we're rehearsing. A couple more rehearsals. We can play it and sing it. You know, I don't know if I told you about it, but you know, when we wrote it, it's an 18.5-minute song. It took us 3 years, 3 bass players, and 3 studios.
Wow.
And we wrote it at different times. So as this band, we've never played it, but now we are.
Right.
Awesome,
So,
awesome.
So to get it perfect is
now we're rehearsing
oh, yeah.
it. Like we finished it, we did it with a couple different guys, and then now we have to learn it. And so,
Right. So everybody's
once
got
we
their
got
part.
so far into it, we were
Very
like, we
cool.
have to finish it. We thought about
Yeah.
canning it a few times, but it came out really
Wow.
well. We're getting good response from
Awesome.
it. So
That's
you can check
awesome.
it out on YouTube, Tom Dente, on YouTube, and it's on there, man.
Awesome,
Awesome.
awesome. We'll definitely check it out ourselves.
Yeah, we
too.
enjoyed
Oh,
playing
I
here.
had
It was
it.
a good sound. We talk about the stage.
Check out it.
Oh, I know. Well, then I'm glad you did, and I'll have to listen to it, man. I'm a little bit behind the time. I'm a little bit busy sometimes, man. Awesome, awesome. Well, we got
Yes.
Tom here tonight. Why don't you tell us where you're from, Tom? Like in what general area from around?
Yeah, I'm from the Poconos, man.
Awesome.
Stroudsburg area, like between Promised Land and Stroudsburg, Canadensis, Barrett Township.
Beautiful land.
It's
Beautiful
really nice
land
area.
to grow on, boy.
We have the Broadhead Creek there, and that's a pretty high prestigious fishing venue. You know, it's one of the top 10 trout fishing tributaries.
Oh,
in the
Oh, wow.
country.
I didn't
So,
know that.
yeah, the township does a lot of preservation there with that, and there's different fishing clubs all the way from Stroudsburg up to where we are, the headwaters.
Oh, cool.
And then,
I love
as you guys know, I rent a little farm there off a buddy of mine I've known for a long time, and yeah.
That's awesome, man. And so what? Listen, why don't you tell us a little bit how you farm? You're not one of these big industrial
Yeah, no.
crud
So,
farmers. That's what we want to kind of hear, guys.
and I
Because
like to
people
style.
appreciate it, I believe.
I guess when we first started doing it a long time ago, I started farming about 11 years ago, and I got a hold of some books from the 1850s, and it was called Modern Science and Agriculture.
Cool.
And so a lot of the stuff I was reading, why don't it apply now? And it does. And then when I start looking at other third world farm systems and things that they do without, so one of the things I got into it for was just to learn how to do without, do
Right.
better with less. So
Yeah.
we learned, and apparently the pioneers knew this here too, you really can't farm without pigs. And so we learned this early. We call it post-industrial, like bio-intensive symbiotic farming, right? You know, how are we going to farm after machines, or how are we going to farm better than machines?
Right.
And machines do what they do well.
Right.
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 I
But-
mean, they tear shit up.
But
you know,
But that's
so-
by mass and whatever else.
And I've learned about well. Here's the big thing. Like nature says, if you expend more calories than you consume, you'll cease to exist. And so American
Right,
eaters
right.
I mean, that's just a natural
Right.
law, like gravity. You know.
That's right.
So we're burning roughly, and I haven't looked at it in a few years, but on the postcarbonbulletin.net, you can find facts about it. And 15 calories of fossil fuel for every calorie of food we're eating here.
Wow.
And we're not even paying the real price for food. So we have a weird thing, you know, everybody's getting a subsidization for like milks, and there's different corporate welfares for keeping prices low. So like if the prices were right, like, you know, we spoke about this before I got on here. I don't even market it because I could buy it cheaper than I grow it. So I just do
Right.
Right.
a little small
Right.
collective of people
Right.
that we do our own hustle, and we farm, and I sell some mushrooms here and there, and we
Right.
raise animals together, but we do tend to land
And you do
together.
a lot of
see that.
barter systems.
A lot of bartering, yeah. A lot
Right,
of
and
bartering.
right. Listen,
Got half of my
communal
local-
living to me is truly like so overlooked and underused. I mean, we should live
sure.
together in just small communities of ourselves, where
Yeah.
and where one guy's good at one thing, he does it and contributes to the community.
If we lived in small villages with internet and high-speed travel that works on hydropower, some fantastic,
Right,
miraculous
you don't
thing,
have
you
to.
know?
Right, like you're saying, you don't
Right.
have to lose the things that they think we're going to lose by doing that.
Hopefully we don't.
because it still makes it convenient.
That's right.
But at the same time, doesn't mean you have to like live as though you're just living on top of each other. I mean, we have this thing all over the world. I mean, it's not just here in America that we'd rather live on top of someone than like in like in your own
and
space.
Sometimes that works. I mean, there's nothing wrong with like if you look at Jersey, it was the Garden State when New York City started, and I know it was 1800, so there's a lot of questions about they were polluting everything and they didn't know what was going on. They cut down all the trees, but it makes sense. You have a whole state. Feed a big city full of 1 million people. Everybody's working. I mean, the cities kind of happen because they make sense. Commerce, things like this, trade. That stuff will all still apply.
Right.
But the farming we just follow successions. So like, I never really say, ooh, I want to grow this or that. I learn to look at the land and know what will grow. So that's the first thing. And then I learned how to eat that way too. Not what do I want to eat, what do I have?
Right, what do I have to eat?
Exactly.
So that changed everything for me. And then just learning about like composting and stuff and doing all this. I mean, I don't even know where to start.
Right. Which, like, it would be difficult. Like, it's difficult to even give a crash course in, because like when people say to Helen and I all the time, because we do the same thing. We compost.
Well, you had said that you need. See, I didn't understand that. You had said you need pigs to farm.
Yeah, I could
so
speak to that. Yeah.
Explain that.
We till with the pigs.
Okay.
So pigs have a wonderful mechanism in their nose and they eat.
Okay.
And so the first thing I learned is we use heritage animals, not improved. Speaking of animals, that's a scratching dog on the couch. It's wonderful. Look.
Yeah.
He's doing what animals do. And speaking of what animals do, we know pigs want to dig and we use them for that. So we'll put them in a field. They'll plow it up in 3 or 4 days. Then we go behind and we sling the seed. We get the pigs out.
So that's what you're okay.
So
they're working.
tilling
They're
and
working
planting.
animals.
Yeah, they're working animals.
Yeah, and so I have permaculture is a big thing that I really studied and used. So like zones, like here's my house, here's my highly intensive kitchen gardens, here's my fruits and all my other things. Then there's some field crops that I do use a tractor for, and then I have forest, which is 10 or 11 acres.
Buffering you. Right.
Yeah, well, the pigs are in the forest, so I'm not wrecking good, fine garden. And we're doing things like I don't move manure; I put the manure where it needs to be with the animals. So I know.
I get you.
Right in my fields, where I am doing my intensive gardening, the animals come in for the winter, and we're throwing hay and leaves in there.
Right.
And as soon as that's done, they go back into the forest for the summer. So I get both out of my fields. I'm getting fertility. I'm getting use of it in the summer, and I'm getting rotation of my animals.
Right.
So that's a cool thing. And so I hit a field one winter with my animals. It's stalled.
Okay.
And I don't have to be there again for 5 years. I farm it right back to grass.
Wow.
That's great.
Right.
That's great. That's awesome.
Right.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
And that's not such a sustainable thing, but it would be. The farms used to have your different zones would all just finance those gardens for the winter time.
Okay.
Well, right.
What we're doing is using landscapers because there is still machines and all these cool things. So I have landscapers dropping off leaves. I have restaurant slop coming in for compost and pig food. I have stuff coming in. I got dudes that do construction bring me different lumber piles of stuff that I'm using for pens, and I make duff rows and things like this because I compost lumber and all this.
Supposed to be living.
How it used to be.
That's it. And that's
We
how
will
it
be
used to
again.
be, and it will be again, like
be.
you say. Listen, if more people adapt it's just so much easier living for me. I mean, I just think of it, and I think of what comes back when that comes back is compassion, are things that we're missing from our society.
Most definitely.
Because
I mean, look,
at that point in time, it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, or what you do.
I believe that it is that old cliche of stopping and smelling the roses.
It
It's
really
that
is.
simple.
It is absolutely.
You know, it really is that simple.
Yeah, those cliches are rooted in some sort
Yes,
of logical
yes,
foundation. I'm
yes.
sure if we look at a lot of traditions, they made sense at one time.
Absolutely.
I saw wider when I when I was really ill, like when I was like near death. Like people think you see less or it's just dark. No, hell no.
Things are more heightened.
Everything was so heightened. I could hear stuff that I could never hear. I drove down roads. I drove down countless times and was like, wow, did you see that tree, or whatever, like.
He didn't tell me that. He told me that the first time he said those words to me, we were in Oregon for a couple days, and he had treated for a couple days and actually just had enough strength to literally have some semblance of himself, and it was amazing. But it was the first time that you said that to me.
I find working in the woods and doing stuff, because I do a lot of wild foraging. I do maple syrup small scale for myself, and I'm doing shiitakes in the woods.
Yeah, I know.
So
we
we're
had
always
some of them
farming in
last
the
year.
woods.
Yeah, sure
I
did.
turn my fields into, I use it succession, so like we make oak savannas, because the savanna is the most productive biome on the planet.
right,
So we have
right.
very small fields, a lot of trees, but they're low and they're cut
Right.
different ways to make the wind do different things and not.
Awesome.
But I find when I'm in the woods that it's a real honest thing.
Yeah.
There's like,
yeah.
it's just
Good word.
yeah.
For that. You
Yeah.
know.
And all the animals, and I learned that
We
too.
saw
like,
a great post the other day. It said,
behave like animals.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they don't throw-
Animals
they
don't
don't
litter,
throw-
so when you're
they
in the
don't
woods,
throw
behave like an
garbage in there.
animal.
yeah,
It's like,
In the
animals
forest,
don't litter,
behave
so
like
when you're in the
animals.
woods, just behave like an animal. Go ahead, please, behave
But
like
it's
an
funny
animal.
though, because like I have an issue right now. I have squirrels, and I was talking on the phone today. Come out, it looks like little cotton candy all over between my house and garage where we rehearse. And I've had these squirrels, and I feed them, and I'll let them come around. I don't feed them, but I see what they're stealing, and I let it go on. And then every once in a
Little
while,
thieves.
I shoot them and I eat them all. I
Yeah,
smoke 'em,
yeah,
I eat
right,
'em,
exactly, yeah, right.
But so about
It's dinner.
about 3 months ago or so, squirrels started fighting, and now there's like 10 or 15 of them, and they're fighting like crazy. But they're in my garage roof, and they're fighting over. I don't know, but they're throwing the insulation out by the handfuls. It's all over my yard.
Are you kidding
It's the
me?
weirdest, most bizarre thing.
I wonder if they're playing.
I don't think they are, because I seen one get knocked out of a tree.
Oh,
They're fighting. They're
play rough.
fighting brutally. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. We used to call them tree rats when I was a lineman, because they'd come out,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
They
don't
ain't
care.
afraid. No,
well,
they
that's
don't.
their
No,
territory,
no.
right?
Yeah, they're
That's where
cool.
they live in those trees.
But they do
and
make
you're
a mess a
cutting
little,
them
right?
down.
Yeah,
So they're throwing garbage
can
around
be.
my property,
can be.
these guys. But
They're a little mad at you for something.
What advice would you give anybody that just
harvest
even had just a small piece? I mean, anything to do. Like, I mean, even if they can't, I hear people say, "Oh, I don't have any property." Well,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
don't
I grow
need a
in
lot of
5-gallon
property.
I even grow in 5-gallon pails. You know what I
We
mean? That's
live
why-
in a townhouse right now, and we have our own compost bin. We have our own garden.
Just a little
and it's
tiny
just a
piece
little
of
tiny,
property,
but
right.
we didn't have to buy any produce all season.
that
so-
would be my advice: compost,
Yeah.
compost,
Yep,
compost.
compost.
Because
I'm big with that.
I always look at trying to stack endeavors. So, do I grow pigs, or am I growing the stuff that they need to eat? Because a healthy pig is a byproduct. So with my pigs, I can tell you I buy a lot of it in. But when we did sheep, and we're going to do cows this year, because now we made forests ready for cows by turning it into grass and different things. We focus on the byproduct of our
Right.
first step. So
Right.
if I grow good grass, different kinds, and a bunch of different variants and nutritions, I have a better animal.
Right.
So I don't think
Right.
about the plant so much as I think about the soil. And then
Okay.
the other thing is the first thing I learned is a lot of gardeners want to grow what they think they want to grow, but try to grow stuff that's regionally specific, because that's what grows best. So
Right.
through trial and error,
Don't
I'm
throw an
growing-
orange tree in your backyard. It's
right,
not going
right.
to
Keep it simple.
Right.
Yeah, and just like I grow mostly Indian crops in the forest. I grow squash and beans and flint corn. And so that's just
We
for
grew a
me.
lot of those things, squashes,
Yep,
you know, I mean, like I
yeah.
say, you know, and we, of course, a few tomatoes and
We
Yeah,
grew,
fun
we grew
stuff.
a
Right,
great
right.
stock of Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
they're
And
great.
Oh
let me
my
tell you, the
God,
stalks
yeah,
are like
I mean-
weapons after you.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're like a club. I was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
amazed.
yeah.
I was like, man, you could
Yeah,
knock
yeah.
somebody out with this stuff.
And learn the species specific. Like there's 4 groups of plants or tribes. Learn them. Learn your legumes and what they like, because they like a lime, but potatoes don't.
Right.
So learn that, and just learn the simple rotations, which plants follow which, because in farming, we're just following a succession. We don't create the way we ride it.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's, this what happens. So I would study like quick successions on what happens when a tree falls in the forest and it turns to grass and goes back to full forest. We do that with farming. We are taking grass and going right back to trees.
Okay.
So, which is what I actually do.
Wow.
When we do eco restoration stuff, and I do some consulting and stuff with other cool farms, I've been involved in real cool projects. We never want a field bigger than bird flies across, or the leaves drop to the middle, because then we're losing fertilization, we're losing bug
okay.
control, we're getting blanched with sun, too much wind. So 16th acre field is everything I try to
Oh,
strive
you need
for.
a
no
show,
bigger.
man. You seriously need a show.
I have a lot of video.
You need a show, because people need to know this. And I'm just following you like I'm
They're doing it all
dumbfounded
over the
here.
world still. They do it all over the world still.
Wow.
Mostly third
needs to
world
be-
countries
Right.
that we don't
Oh,
like.
well,
Cuba,
yeah,
Cuba's
because,
amazing.
Because they
Same
have
thing that-
to. And here we just muck
Amen.
stuff up with some
Right.
convenience because we're lazy.
So, yeah, following a succession is a very interesting thing to learn. Like I said, we try to do that with the crops we choose. So that's another simple thing I would learn, what plants go where and when. So one simple thing that I learned is pigs on grass. Then after that, we do squash, then we do beans and peas, and then we do potatoes. So
Awesome.
that's 4 years. And then after that, depends what we do. Sometimes we adjust on the fly. There's all kind of different things you could do in your garden. My successions always go to raspberry bushes, and then I'm going to hazelnuts, and then locusts. We grow a lot of locusts because that's a cash crop. And because I'm raising unimproved animals, like the cows that we're ready for now, I have enough forage. It's mostly tree chop and stuff we're feeding them, not just that fine grass. So our animals perform much different. They're a lot smaller. There's a lot more bone. There's a lot more hair. They handle the weather better. You know what I mean?
Exactly how they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Again, doing it the right way.
Doing
it
it
makes
the right
it,
way.
and the profits all go down, but not really, because I mean, when I do sell my pigs live before I even butcher them, they're gone in a second. So I am profiting. It's just not big profits. It's enough to pay the taxes.
Right.
And
Well, of course. Right.
I'm eating
You
great, and my buddies
Yeah,
I
but you
trade.
know what? And that's a
I wanna
compassionate
teach it.
grower.
That's it. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what that is, a compassionate grower.
Well, Tom, listen, man, it was awesome having you on this
Yeah,
week.
I love it,
It
man.
was.
We'll have
I
you
love
back
it.
again, man. I can't wait to have you back with the
I
band.
can't
That's
wait
gonna
Sharpening
be,
up our pencils,
that's
man.
gonna
I
be
got to get these
awesome.
guys on point.
Yes.
Thanks again. Yeah.
Anytime, man. And again, we'll definitely put in a good word for you and see what we can do about listen, man. People need
Yeah,
to
you
hear
need
these
to you need
things.
to be teaching.
It's always something you can do remotely.
do.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a humble thing. I want to stay humble with it. I appreciate
Really.
that. I would love to
It's
do that.
it's
Yeah.
it's, it's important, you know.
I'm just
it's
trying
important.
to channel information. It's not me.
That's
I
right.
just want a conduit.
Well, that's what we
You know
say
what I
all
mean?
the time.
Oh, I do. I
When
so
people
do.
say to us,
Believe
we say
me.
it all the time. So knowledge is
Yep.
free, man.
That's
we don't
right.
own it.
Free.
That's
You know, I
free.
don't own
I
it.
know.
It's
This is
mine
what
to
we
share.
learn,
I
you know?
want to
Everybody's
tell you.
always-
imagination.
Why
a little
don't you
imagination,
charge
man.
for
Amen.
this?
You
Why
got
don't you
it,
charge
man.
for that? Because it's not mine to charge
Yes,
for.
I don't own it. It's like, yeah. Somebody gave it to me without me giving it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why drugs are bad.
Yeah.
And with that being said,
That's right. With that being said. All right, so we'll come back and you'll meet my beautiful sister-in-law.
Awesome. Great. Can't wait to get back with Lisa. Oh my gosh, we're in for it. Peace, everybody. Well, that was a great segment right there, wasn't
Sure
it?
was. I enjoyed it.
Excellent, man. Tom's a knowledgeable guy, so
Yeah.
no, it's great. And listen, that's what we like about it too, is keeping people that are local, because that way they can inform the people right here in the general area.
And it's so sad. Like I say so many times, I remember in the 90s when our farms around here closed, and I felt the doom of it all. And we need this. We need to compost. We need to eat clean. We need to know how. We need to grow our own. We need to raise our own. We need to get back to the basics. And that's the man to learn from. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, man, we got my sister coming up next.
I know.
Lisa, and her party light
I
demonstration.
can't wait. I hope that we can behave ourselves up here on the stage. My
Oh,
sister-in-law
gosh, when
and-
the three of
My
us-
sister-in-law and I were pretty bad.
And, and they love to pick on me. So, but that's okay. I can whip them both with this flashy tongue.
Sure you can.
Okay, when we come back, my sister will be on camera with us, guys. We'll do a quick interview with her before she shows her wares.
Well, welcome back, and here we are with my beautiful sister-in-law, Lisa Yeaple. She is here to display Party Light. I have a few of these items in my home, thanks to you.
You're welcome.
And I have a new present. I have another I'm going to take home and put in my bathroom.
Yes, she got a stick holder, or scent stick holder, and it is appropriately named Queen Bee, because that's who she is.
Yes, I am.
My brother throws his hands up in the air.
So tell me about this and how you got started, and I love that. It's like one of my favorite pieces.
Yes, that's a beautiful piece.
You know, my daughter-in-law has it, as you know, and she has two of them, I believe, and she loves them. Like she said the light that they radiate is huge.
They're awesome. The hurricanes are great. That is called the iridescent azure. It's a whole set. Those come with a tea light holder inside, plus beads that hold the tea light tree down.
Okay.
But you can also use any of our jar candles in them. You can use votives in them. You can use anything. I put string lights in at the house because my
Oh,
grandmother
wow.
doesn't like the candles lit all the time.
Well, because the scent might get to her.
No, she just is afraid of fire. So
Oh.
yeah. So you could.
So you can put like battery-operated
oh,
candles
absolutely.
in there.
We actually sell LEDs. Also.
You do?
Yep. Yes, we do.
Oh, that's nice to know.
We have something
Yeah,
for
I didn't
everyone.
know that.
Party Light has been in business now for almost 46 years.
Mm-hmm.
It started off with one candle, and now they have over 144 different varieties of things.
That's a long
That is a
time.
very long
And I don't think I've heard of them before you.
Well, I sold it about 10, 12 years ago. Then I moved to Pennsylvania. When I came back and I don't have an income, I said,
Cool.
let me do something to supplement, because I take care of my grandmother. And I went to the spring launch last year, and this is how it all started.
It's all just beautiful stuff. It's just all of it.
It's made
just
from
so
quality material, and it's all made in the United States. And that's one
Okay.
thing I love about it. It's
And what else is it?
The wax is actually food grade paraffin wax, so it is non-toxic to children or animals.
So you can eat
You
it.
can eat it. They say if you're in the car, and God forbid I break down and I have all these candles in my car and I'm stuck for 12 hours and I'm starving, eat the candles, it'll fill you up, and your body tells you you're good. We have our natural 24 fragrances, which you see here. These would be our essential jars.
Right here. Okay.
They come in 6 different varieties. They come in 3 wicks, which is this here. They come
Okay.
in the essential jars. They come in tea lights, votives, and melts.
Okay.
These are the melts here.
Oh, okay. Oh, I love those. And I was using what was the ones you gave me, the pet ones. And
Pet Fresh.
They last like a
Yeah.
long time. It's like a little tiny piece of wax you break off like
Yep.
that big.
Hours and hours and hours they will last.
Oh my God, so
One
good.
other thing we say, because they're friendly, they're kid friendly, is if you stick your finger in, the wax does not burn.
No way.
Put your finger in
No
there.
way.
Oh, right, put your finger in that wax. And then rub it on in. Because it's almost like a moisturizer.
Well, does it turn to wax then? Oh, it sure
then
does.
rub it in.
Look at that. It's just like.
Rub it in and it moisturizes. I mean, I don't say
I'm
buy the candles to
loving
moisturize.
this.
I say buy the candles.
Oh
because
my
they're
God,
beautiful
Lisa, I
fragrance.
didn't know that.
Yes, absolutely. I thought I told you. They do
Run
come in
bed like that.
24 cents, and there's 144 different possibilities. You can mix and match them. I burn amethyst with sun-kissed linen. It gives you a totally different fragrance throughout your house. Over here, I have peach nectar and fig fatale, which are 2 of our new scents. If you want to take a sniff.
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
have
gosh,
so
you
many
make-
different scents going on right now.
And all
I
our
wouldn't know what I was.
all our 3 wicks come in these kind of jars.
That's so pretty.
And they're wrapped with a nice wrap. It'll tell you what's on it. They all have their own
It's not even
distinct.
sticky or nothing.
No, it's not. They all have their own distinct flair. But if you don't like them and you don't like the wrap, it's easily you can take the wrap off and just use it as
Okay.
just plain. What I do after they're gone, because they burn totally clear, as you see in that candle.
Yeah, they don't leave anything, right?
No,
It's
they burn down. I take it, I wash them out, and I put my granddaughter's hair ties inside. You can put cotton balls, you can put Q-tips, whatever, and it looks really pretty because
Very
it's got
cool.
the nice, top. The best thing about Party Light I like is not like any other candle company, is that when you snuff our candles out, because the wicks.
when you snuff them out with this.
When
or-
this is
Oh,
a
you
snuffer
can-
for the
okay.
3-wick. Yeah, this is a snuffer for the 3-wick. When you use any other candle and you put them out, they have lead in their wicks. Party Light does not. They're 100% cotton. And then when you put them out, if you were to
very cool.
put
So
out
just one, yeah.
any other candle, you will see there
Oh,
is
look.
no residue whatsoever.
No.
There's no soot, no nothing. It does not leave any. If people say that they have candles all over the house and the soot, they got to wash their curtains all the time.
Wow.
Party Light will never leave
I'm
soot.
impressed.
Yes, I love them. And I like that for a reason. They do not lose fragrance. They are bored out. Every other candle company bores out the middle and puts the fragrance in the middle. Party Light is fragrance throughout the whole entire candle. You'll never have a wax smell. It will always smell whatever fragrance you buy in the 24
Wow.
varieties. We have what they call our Nature's Light. This is a new candle they've come up with. The wick is cherry wood. So when this is burning,
I love the wood
if you
burning
listen,
ones. I love the sound of that.
it crackles. It crackles like an outside open fire. It's beautiful. It comes in 3 different scents. It's island teakwood, coconut, or island driftwood, coconut, teakwood, and Tamboti woods. Those are all really good men scents, and I think men love these. They also come in 6 different ways to use them. They come with the wood, obviously the wood wick jar. They come in tea lights. They come in votives. They come in wax. And then we have our Home Fresh, our Fresh Homes collection, I mean. This is an awesome, awesome collection that we have. It naturally deodorizes the air, like when they say, oh, buy Febreze, it takes out the odor. These do it naturally. There's no chemicals, no harsh chemicals whatsoever in this. This is all natural that they're made of. They come in beads that you take out and you put half cap, full if you want. There's 15 capfuls per bottle. And if you pour these little beads in, and Helen can, look at them too. If you pick them up, they're just rolled papers. So what they do is they go in our warmers, and when you're done, you empty them out because they won't have any more smell.
Oh.
Yeah, that's potent when you smell it like that. This one's a different one too. But
Jesus.
this actually lights up when it's, I didn't plug it in, and I'm throwing things on the floor. But this actually lights up.
She's throwing stuff at
And I use this as a nightlight. It's awesome. They have different fragrances, and they come in sticks, they come in wax, they come in votives, they come in tea lights.
Let me help you out here, Lee.
Yeah, why not? That's just my little sign I always
Shall
say.
I?
It says, I don't love Party Light because I sell it because I love it. It is like the world's best candle. And I will tell you also why. This is our new exclusive glow light. This is the only candle in the world that will glow throughout the whole entire candle. It's an absolutely beautiful candle. This is ice snowberries,
So
I
that's a
believe.
light in itself.
Yes. And this will be used on the red carpet this year. Everybody that gets a gift bag will be,
She got it.
everybody that will be on the red carpet will be receiving one of these candles in their goodie bag, which I
Awesome.
thought was pretty good. I said,
Very cool.
It's good for the red carpet. It's certainly good enough for you. That's how I look at it. We have.
This is one of my favorite.
This is one of my
pieces, too.
favorite too.
This
is-
gets a little warm, huh?
Yeah, it throws off
Oh
heat.
yeah. Oh,
Yes.
geez, so it's supposed to do that. That's
Yeah.
hot.
This is one of our lanterns. It comes
Those
with the
little
kit.
tiny tea lights, that much heat.
Yes. Can you believe it?
Oh, we need one of these,
Yes,
babe.
Peter, you do. You need to buy one of them.
Yeah, we need one of these.
We when you start with Party Light, you buy a kit for $99, and the first party pays for itself. You have a $500 party, you make $125
And
off.
how
if you
much
want.
are these?
This precise one, I believe, is $85.
Yeah, we're buying one.
It's absolutely lovely.
I
love
really
it.
love that. I can't believe it's 3 little tea lights throwing off this heat.
Come hither.
I'm in shock. I am.
Peter was saying how cold it was.
Yeah, so you would love this, Pete.
When we
I would love this.
Party Light also, in case you wanted to add a little more flair, on your 3 wicks.
Oh, give it a crown.
Yes, you can give it a crown. It's called our sleeves, and there we have, I believe, 4 different ones this year, and that's just
how
absolutely
pretty.
beautiful. Because
That
this
is.
is the spring line.
See, that just totally changes it.
Yes, it does. It gives it a different look each time. That's why I say even adding a different color cloth under anything that you use,
What are you
it
doing?
helps. Oh, he's coming.
Oh, see?
Isn't that warm?
Yeah, see? You liking that?
You gonna buy one?
$85, babe. To your sister.
But anything you see, it can be purchased. We sell all 24 fragrances. Come in sticks, come in the 3-wick jars, come in the essential jars, come in votives. These are the scent sticks. We have scent sticks.
And these are the ones, and they disintegrate. This is what you just gave me earlier with this, right? Is that it?
They don't disintegrate. What they do is
Oh, these don't?
No.
Oh, I thought
They're like, the cherry or the, pine cone thing you hang in your car. Mm-hmm. But these actually last. I put one in my car in September, and I still have it in my car, and it's with
still-
only 2, because they're perforated, and you
Okay.
can break them down. They're perforated into 4.
Okay.
I put 2 sticks in it, and since September, the thing smells like it's brand new still.
Wow.
They say it lasts 30 days, but it lasts a lot longer, to tell you the truth.
Wow.
All our
Okay.
candles.
Can you, what if you had this, would you be able to like re-oil it, re-scent it?
No, and you really don't have to, because they last
Okay.
forever. I mean, they do. Everything that we have, as I said, is made of really great quality material. It's it doesn't harm animals. They say I have respiratory problems if I light any other candle company's candle, I choke to death within 3 minutes.
Yeah, well, certain scents bother me too. Like I can't be around sage that's burnt, and I love the smell of sage. I can smell a field of sage, but the second you burn it,
Right.
yeah, I can't do that. It bothers me.
And they're also
So I get-
pet friendly because pets, they get itch. They do. They have reactions
Okay.
to different, candles.
But I love the setup. Like, that's beautiful. Is this all Valentine's Day, right?
Well, I made it Valentine's
Okay.
Day, yes, because I thought
That's really pretty.
It is a Valentine's Day kind of thing, and I love the glow lights, and I know they're amazing, and they also came out with these new large tea lights, which I thought were like the almost awesome thing in the world.
Yeah, they're almost big enough for my warmer, though, at home. My warmer takes, like, ones like that, but
Yeah.
they're, like, that big.
This is a regular size tea light.
But I
And that's our large tea
cannot
lights.
believe the heat that's coming out of this. But tell us how we can get a hold of the product and through you.
Well, I can be reached on Facebook under Lisa Yeaple Hewitt. That is my Facebook name. We do have a website. It is www.partylight.biz,
Which will also be
/
at the bottom of the
Marianne and
screen.
Lisa. And I do home parties. I
Okay.
do book parties. I always say the best way to get the experience is to actually be with the product, to be around the product, to be able to smell, touch.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Feel.
it's definitely huge for a huge selling point. I mean, you can't help, especially, and I didn't know. I had no idea that you could just rub it on you like that.
Yes.
It's not gonna burn you.
Yeah.
I can't believe the heat that's coming out of this. I really can't get over that at all.
And that's why we say,
But,
when we say it's child friendly, yes, there is a flame, but God forbid they knocked it over. The flame would go out, and the wax may be all over, but it will never burn
But
the
it won't
child.
burn them.
And it cleans right off a carpet, cleans right off.
Yeah, I couldn't. I mean, it's like I just put some of my CBD lotion on.
I
myself.
said it was awesome. The first time I ever tried it, I said, that is like really cool.
Yeah.
Like, who knew? Well,
Really?
Light candles, just stick your
All
finger
right.
in. And
All right. Well, thank you for coming.
welcome.
Thank you for all the information. And thank you, most of all, for the gift.
yes, Queen Bee.
All right. Well, Peter and I will come back and say our goodbyes. And thanks for watching this segment. Wow, that was amazing. I love that stuff. I love smelling all that stuff. I love the
well, that's why
candles, and I want
Hey,
to
listen,
buy it all.
That's why I let you do that demonstration part with her, because you know me, I'd be over there going, oh my
wanna
gosh,
buy
I
it
don't
all.
want to smell none of this stuff. But
I love it.
it's girly stuff, I know, and you like that stuff. Hey, listen, I have to
It's
say this.
ambiance.
No, listen, I
It's-
was just going to say that. It's very tranquil.
Yes.
Because I like fire anyway. You know me, I like that fireplace
well,
at home.
yep.
I stare at that thing for like.
I love that. See, I can get lost in the fire like that, too.
Yeah, I know. But no, seriously, I like the ambiance thing. You're right. It does. It's very beautiful.
It smells
and it's
good.
real well made. We use this stuff.
It is.
I
It's
mean,
very
heck,
well
I
made.
think we
You
used
can eat it.
What was that stuff we
It
used?
can't hurt you.
What was that stuff we used in the car vents?
That was from
Smelly
her.
sticks.
That was
Right?
from
That
her.
was from
Yeah,
her.
and they're made
Yeah.
from paper.
Yeah,
They
uh-huh.
just disintegrate.
Yeah.
So cool.
Stinky, smelly sticks that dissolve. They're great.
Don't even have to throw them out.
Stick them in your car. Hey, listen, I'm all about joking, but hey, listen, I wish her and my mother really good luck. They've been doing
Yes.
really good at this, and that's what really matters. They're putting their all into it, and hey, listen,
They sure are.
whatever we like to do in life, we should do. I mean, I was making this point earlier. I was talking with Tom, and when we were talking outside, and I said, I don't really care about anything as long as I'm doing something I enjoy.
That's
like
right.
we do so many
That's
things.
what life
that-
is all about. Look, man, we complicate things so much more than they need to be. Things
Well, we don't
are
get
so-
paid to do this. We do this
No.
because we love this. You know what I mean? We do this because we love
We do
the
this
fact
because-
that we have the vehicle to
Yes,
entertain.
it gives us the platform to get the knowledge out there. That is our goal. I again with the blog, I said it today. The reason that my allegiance is to the plant and to the people that it can heal is because of what I've seen and what I've witnessed.
Right.
And
And what we've lived. I mean,
yeah,
it's not like just seeing and witness. We've lived it.
Exactly. And then 6 years of studying why this happened. And that's why we're here, and that's what we do.
I got to say, in the last it's got to be the last 4 months maybe. Helen is it's been like a wheelie ride. That's what I've been calling it. She's always loved the plant, and always, but I was always the knowledge of the plant, but it just got to the point where I was helping so many people. I was like having 5 million people on your back, and I had to have somebody else that could explain it, but understood it. Not couldn't just talk it, because they heard it 1,000 times.
That's
but
what,
understood
but
it.
no, you have to understand. For me, look, that's what it took. I mean, granted, I love what the plant did for my husband. I'm just not like my husband. He can get behind the science of it very, very easily. Me, you have to tell me. It's got to be kind of drilled into this thick Greek skull. I can't just get it.
Right.
So yeah, I needed to hear it over and over and over again. And sometimes I still do. When we teach our classes, I'll sit with a video before we even go in, just so I know everything's fresh on my brain and I know what I'm talking about, because I'm not going to come out and give you guys false information.
Well,
it's not what we're here to do.
Though now it's not like she has to force herself.
No, but
to
my
do it.
mind.
Now
Let me tell you something. As
really
I am on the therapy that I'm on, the
Your regimen.
cannabinoidal therapy, yes, that I'm doing, my mind is waking up more and more.
And
like
she
I
don't
was
smoke
saying,
nearly as much weed as she used to smoke.
well,
either.
no, because I don't need to. So I don't need it in the most ineffective manner and anymore. So again, I'm living proof of, yes, I was a sleeper, and that's what I call y'all, a sleeper. Again, I don't care, because I was one. I'm just awake now.
And mind you, Helen's daily regiment's CBD based.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So it just goes to show too that
But
whole
I'm not a sick woman. I'm not
But-
somebody who needs THC. I'm not someone who's got an ailment like cancer or MS.
Well, it's
or,
good for you. It's good for you though.
It is. It is. But I get my THC when I need it. So, but I my brain is so much more awake
God,
than
yeah.
it's been in. God.
Yeah, she never forgets anything. You
Yeah, well,
remember earlier in the
Well, that's a
show.
lie. If you remember earlier in the show. Usually I don't get it back.
Oh gosh.
So.
I'll tell you. Yeah, it's going to be another busy week.
It is.
Next week we've got FFC coming back.
Yes. Yep. And
Family
family
She's gotta say, 'cause
friendly
I can't do the
criminals.
tongue
It's a tongue
twister.
twister for him. And yep, they are coming on the 11th. The following week will be Larry Sharp.
Yeah, the following week's Larry Sharp right now. But, hey, listen, we always have something. I believe next week, too, we're going to film a skit. I reached out to the couple gentlemen that help us out.
Do a McGoogle skit? We
No.
We have the Canna Match.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, okay.
But we need people for that, so I just
Yeah.
reached out. Because Bart.
That's going to be a cool skit.
Bart,
You guys are going to love
Bart, we miss you. All of us here
it. Yeah,
miss
Bart,
you.
we miss you big time.
We just miss you here, man.
Yep.
It's always fun to have you around. You always,
That's for sure.
But we're glad you're doing good things, man.
Yep.
That's always the best stuff, to hear. He's doing good things. The two dogs are playing.
They're playing at our feet.
On the floor in front of us, guys. This
It's
is
funny.
Like, the whole time I hear it, it's chip, flop, 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 flop. They're dancing around each other. It's funny, but hey, listen, we're all just one big family here.
Yes, we are.
We love having you guys, join us each week. We're, if you got, again, we always ask for program suggestions. Even if they aren't programming suggestions, I don't know what the heck that just happened on me it was, but
Who knows? It's all this antiquated stuff that we're working with here. I had somebody comment on one of our YouTube videos that said, great show, but you'd get better cameras. Well, this is what we have to work with, because this is a local access station.
hey,
But
if you want to donate
with
them,
that being said,
if you want to donate
we are so appreciative of any donations.
Yeah, we do.
That
We
you
take
would like
all
to
sorts
send
of
our
donations,
way.
Believe me, we've had a lot of stuff donated to us. It's been great in the past. So let's
Yeah.
keep that in mind. Our wireless mics are really going crappy.
They are, we
we
just
need
do
some
it
new video
with what we
equipment.
have.
So if you've got a kind heart and you've got a fat wallet, hey, we've got wide open doors. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. All I know is that we really do the best we can with what we have.
That's right. That's right.
And listen again.
And hopefully the content makes up for it. So
If you want to be a guest, you know where to go. If you want to be, just go to our website. Elise will put it up at the bottom of the screen. It's always on. It's on the credits at the beginning
Yep.
and the end. We got it up all the time anyway.
thank you, Elise, again.
And but contact us, guys. We've
Yeah.
got a lot to offer, and we hope to hear from you soon. So what do you think?
Well, I think that this is a really good episode. We're going to end it here, and we're going to say goodbye to you all till next time. And please do the same and live the changes that you wish to see in the world.
And again, guys, until next week, where we'll continue to educate you guys and entertain you, and maybe laugh until we, pee
The
out
belly
our
laughs
eyes,
are great.
But we'll see you next week, and thanks again for joining us.